Hi, it is the Human Operating System time. So this channel is for educations and technology only. So recently, due to a Wing Chun movie, I have many discussions with the traditional Chinese martial art friends around the world. And there's one issue come up, which is the way of holding the arm. Many traditional Chinese martial art friends thinking that holding arm this way is the trademark of Wing Chun, as in the movie. Well, this is a problem. Movie is movie, reality is reality, okay? So in the movie, you see people holding their hand that way, okay? Where their elbow is there, their arm is like in the middle. That's movie. In the reality, I cannot speak for other people, but in the history of Wing Chun 1850, that's not what it is. In fact, this is disaster. Okay? So today I'd like to share with you why, because it has to have a reason why, right? Now, if you look at the salutations in the Red Boat era, the salutation is doing this. Okay, I just show you easily. Frontal, side. You see, the elbow is here. The arm is always this shoulder height. It's not this. It's shoulder height. Okay. So in 1850, you met a friend. You will be like that, more like that. Okay, like that or like that. And actually, holding this high is according to the 1700s Shaolin short strike canon. As in the Wing Chun Matrix books. That's how it is, okay? This is in the Wing Chun Matrix. This is the 1700s Shaolin short strike. And this is how you want to put that in the today's photo. Now, so why is that it has to be this high? Why? Because that is human body mechanic issue and technical issue. And this is not my creation. This is human mechanic, and this is what I learned from the past generations. Okay? Now, first, this hand, okay, this arm. If you hold it, if the arm is like this, the arm's like this, human biomechanic wise, it is easy to get pushed down. Okay? So it's easy for the opponent to push this down while I will have to use a lot of strength to get up. And if you want to use the strength, we're going to lose the speed. Lost speed for that. Okay, so you need a lot of strength and speed if it's the hand is already, the arm is already going down. So if we put the arm like that, when people push this down, one will have a big struggle, okay? Especially if you put your hand out here, it just has to push this down, push down like this, using this hand to push down. Then I will have difficulties to bring this hand back. That means I'm open up all this thing while I'm struggling here, okay? So mechanical wise, in the old generation, the past generations, one don't do this. One don't do this kind of stuff. human mechanic, body mechanic, it is in a disadvantage, and you leave things open and you become slower. Not to mention, when one is run out of energy or one do not have that stamina anymore, to brought up the hand from this is even more worse. So if say we are in the zone 4, zone 5, almost maximum heart rate, high speed momentum. If our hand is pulling this way, when it was pushed down and we are exhausted at this, say, zone 5, it will have a tough time. So you see that when people exhausted their hand, their arm, this feel heavy even if you want to broad it up. Okay, the arm want to go down. Okay, so there's two count there. One is the human mechanics. The second is when one lack of the stamina or energy. This is very tough. This, putting this as a symbol of Wing Chun, this is movie. Okay, in the real life, once a pen is put like that, you give the advantage for the opponent, because I have the disadvantage of the arm easy to get knocked down, difficult to get pulled out, and when I have no stamina, this is tough to get out. So when you put your hand up there, you are giving one hand away from for your opponent already. Okay, this is human biomechanics. That's why in the 1850, it is this close, it is this high. So it's difficult for the other side, the opponent, to break this thing down or to open this door. Okay, and when I do this, I'm closing, and I do this, this is open, this is open, this is open, this is open, this is open. When I do this, see, I'm closing up. If you come to my head, I'm going to go down. Well, Shaolin short strike like that. But that's why I show you in Wing Chun Matrix, that my book Wing Chun Matrix, you know, that Shaolin 1700 classic. So movie is movie, okay? Now, let's get into 1850s Kunquit. This is important thing you need to know. So, if you have my Wing Chun Matrix books from Amazon, there's a Kunquit there. If you go to YA18, YA18, okay, YA18. The YA18 in English is said that draw out and chop must be executed without a delay. Pay attention to draw out and chop. Okay? So it is in the Wing Chun Inception, all this kind of goodies, you know, the ancient stuff, so that if you like to look into it, that's there. So in the set, the part 2 of the 1850 Shilin Tao set, okay, the move, frontal move is, this is draw out strike. In the section, the part 2 of the Shilin Tao 1850, this is the draw out, and then this is the chop. So it's, using it is like this, right? You draw out, like this is, you have two hands, one hand, two hands, you draw up, you strike him, and then this hand, you cover this hand while you walk into this side, walk into him, and then just chop down him. Okay? So this is draw and chop. Okay, draw and chop. Draw and chop. You go inside there because it is already sticking body short strike, right? So you draw, you strike in the same time, and you chop in the same time. Okay? While this hand is going there, you avoid this hand because now you're walking in this direction. Now, what is this draw and chop? Why is that so important? Why is it in the Kunquit like that way? Because draw and chop is the core of ancient traditional Chinese martial arts. Okay? In the long bridge and the short bridge, both using it. Draw out is actually gua. Chop is pi. In the ancient Chinese martial art, the two most general root of the Chinese martial art is pi, gua. Pi, gua. Okay? So in the long fist art, it always be chopped down and then it backhand strike. Okay? Going down and backhand strike. That is the pi, gua. So in the short strike, in the 1850s, Xiu Lim Tao, using in the short strike, sticking body, short strike way, this is pi, gua. Okay? Now, if your hand is put this way, this is subject to the pi. Okay? It's going to bring this thing down. Okay? Slam it down, and this is shooting. Okay? So, as in the Xiu Lim Tao 1850, that quick YA18, in the front palm, it is this draw out, strike. Now I do it a little further so you can see, otherwise I'm going to go inside, you cannot see my hand. Now just two hands, the opponent has two arms. You go here, you just draw his hand out and with this muscle and you strike him. And then you chop down while you're moving this side with this arm, sealing off this arm, moving. So leave this hand alone, again to the position that seal this hand so it doesn't struggle, and chop him. Now, that is the so-called frontal use of the YA18. That is a reverse use of the YA18. That is using in the side of the body. So how it is using reverse use? Okay, so the reverse is, instead of using draw out and chop, it's chop first and draw out. So how is this going to use? From here, I walk here, this is two hand, right? So if the other guy is this way, this hand is this hand is this hand. One, move out and chop down, strike him, okay? And then move in more, this hand seal off, or grab this hand, this draw out hand, just draw out that way, okay? So this is the pi, gua, okay? So the attack is pi, gua. The arm come, I go move up, pi. So if I'm like that, he's gonna move sideways, move to this side, slam this arm down. While I'm struggling, try to get out, he move in, this strike, okay? From this side. So punch, he doesn't have to use this way, has to use with this knuckle way. Okay, so that's pi, gua. Now, so this is very, very fast, very convenient, okay? It's just going down and up, okay? Just moving the body. So as I showed you just now, you have this frontal one and you have this reverse one, okay? Those are all the techniques in the 1850 Xiu Lim Tao section 2, part 2, sorry, okay? So we need to be watch out, okay? We need to be watch out that whatever is not reasonable, doesn't fit the biomechanics and the techniques, one is going to get trouble, okay? If like this, long up there, it's going to subject to the pi of the long fist, and then while I'm struggling or I'm going to change hand, that backhand is going to come. If other people's long fist guy, okay, just go in and shoot. Now, if it is a short strike guy, will go sideways, chop, strike already. And then this come down, turn the body even more, get close to the body, strike up from this angle. So if I'm doing this, he's going to chop me down, and then he's going to walk that way, almost behind my shoulder, slam me with this, as this. See, I walk sideways already, I slam him from this direction. So if I'm like that, the first is coming from the angle like that, the second is coming almost 90 degrees already. If this is 0 degree, this is 90 degree, almost 90 degree from this side. Okay, so it is no longer just front way is coming from this side. First is attacking from this side, and then attacking from this side. Almost say 75 to 90 degree, about 75 degree type of attack. So this is movie, it looks good. Like the movie Wing Chun. But in the reality, there's so many violations. Violations of what? The Shaolin sword strike, the ancient 1850s salutation, which is our Zhong Sao. This is called Zhong Sao. Zhong Sao is meaning our ready stance. Okay. The 1700 is this. The Wing Chun 1850 is this, and never this. Okay, so you know that the advantage of this in the biomechanics and in techniques, because my hand is like that. Okay, if other people do this, it's very convenient to go down, walk in and go down, and then I continue to walk in and backhand for that. Okay, so this is to share with you, right? We need to be watch out for choreography and movies and versus reality. If we have no idea on what is going on and thinking those movies are real, it's actually a mess up Wing Chun. Okay? It never be like that. It never be like that. That's why I say that it's very convenient. If my hand is like that, if other people's hands like that, and my hand is always like that, his hand is like that, it's very convenient for me to just drop my hand like that. And while he has to struggle. And when he struggles, I just draw back. This is pulling him, like out, pulling him and draw back, it's over. 2 punch, 1, 2, right? So, just to share with you, I don't like to promote fighting. I don't like to show all this kind of techniques and things. But when it get into this mess already, that people thought movie is real, we have to be careful. Wing Chun has to be really sealed off ourselves. Okay? Meaning that we do not want to leave opening. When you do that, open. Okay? And your body has to be go down so that handling momentum wise you can move fast. This is tangling. Okay? So those stuff is the movie Wing Chun symbol. In the reality, there's not Wing Chun at all. And it is never on the Wing Chun is never only just Tan Pong Fu. Okay? That's what I say. This chop and this withdraw, or peck and gua, is ancient Chinese. The Keizang down in the lower takedown zone. All this thing is needed. If we don't have these tools, you cannot play, right? You want to play in the upper, you have to have these tools. And then you want to play with that, you have to have these tools. Without that tools, you cannot play. And this is heavy hand. It's not just like you turn. If you turn his hand, you're not going to put much pressure on his hand. You just move it away. This is not. This is going to strike and moving away in the same time. The same with this drawing. You strike his hand and moving him in the same time. So it's very different. It's like doing this, hooks out, comes out. Hooks out, comes out. I didn't do any much the offensive. But if I do this back, there's offensive and defensive at the same time with a single hand. Okay? So be careful. Traditional Chinese martial art is not what we think today anymore. That's the reason why I wrote the Wing Chun Matrix and Wing Chun Inception in Amazon. I'm not proposed that we want to be #1 in fighting. I'm not proposed that to be violence. But I'm sharing here that there is a technology that people know why the hand has to be doing this, and they have a calculations of what technique is used in what type of situations and what type of body. It's not only just frontal triangle. That is too limited, too narrow. You don't cover the entire thing, like the ancient in the Rambo time or the Shaolin Sword Struck.